So I'm using Betaflight web version, which works best for me. And like in the last video, we spoke about connectivity issues where you could use Betaflight because or you could connect your drone slash flight controller to Betaflight just because of driver issues, and that's rectified. Regardless, if you see you have driver issues, always use Zadig and just upgrade your drivers. That's all you have to do, and they automatically connect for you. Sometimes it may not work on the offline version. You have to use it on the web version. As you can see, I am. That's why I usually use it. And here, okay, I'm connected, and you can clearly see that by drawing down here, it has that connectivity here. The first thing you do, you always get that. You will always get those responses from the drones. You'll see the system info, sensor info, or whatever else. Now you have to have an idea as to what your drone is built with. Does it have Bluetooth? Does it have GPS connected? So for mine have it has a VTX for video and I have a RTX for the receiver, or RX that is. So you have the RX and you have the VTX for video output and video input, and so it has a camera. Obviously, it will have the motor controller, EMC, and so on. So what you're going to be doing, you're going to disconnect, and you usually get that screen. And then what you're going to do, you're going to click on upgrade firmware or update firmware. Here you can simply press detect, or you'll see an auto detect button. Here you need to know, like I said, what it's built with. So it has Aqua Trainer, the pin input output. Obviously we have pins on it, so we have the ports, you have VTX, and here you see the other options available. Like if you have a camera control, if you have a battery, so you can have like there are different stuff like additional batteries and this kind of stuff. So you have dashboard, you have GPS, you have LED strips. That's a very common one, and so on. So there's many different things. But mine right here, just gonna be using the pin input output. That pin input output will give us the communication to the ports. We have acro training and we have video because we have a camera, and we have the receiver for that camera. That's the VTX. So we're using CRSF. So our receiver for our transmitter, which is our controller. It is generally a CRSF base. So you can also know that by the model of the receiver that you use, which is that here, which is that right here, that lighting thing here, the green one. And you can also know by researching, and also the way you connect it to the board, to what pins you actually connect it. So telemetry protocol, it's going to be automatically included because that here we can be able to detect telemetry, and that's generally what's really have to focus on. So we have the short motor protocol. There's different motor protocol, but you're going to be using the short, and you have to know what kind of protocol you use based on your drone. So everything says it's going to be auto detected, and there's expert mode. We're going to simply just leave that. So you can load the firmware locally if you download it online, or you can load it from online. So when you click load from online, it's going to download, and it has already been downloaded onto my system, so I don't have to focus on that again. So here you can see HBro, which is for Libro, and you can see the version of it. So you just download that firmware, then you click on flash firmware, and then it's going to shut it off. It's going to go into DFU mode, flash the firmware, and reboot it on, and then you'll be able to get to your screen where it automatically connects to you. Now I'm not going to reflash that because I don't be doing too much work on it, but here you will get this. The second thing you have to do after flashing your firmware, put your drone onto a flat surface. Make sure the EMC is properly flat on. So right here I'm pressing it down because I did not put the screws to fasten it as yet. So my EMC is flat on right here, and then you can clearly see the little pitch here. So I'm going to click on calibrate accelerometer, and here you can see right now it's 0 degrees. So when it's fastened and so on, that's when you actually calibrate it, put it on a flat surface, and everything should be good. From here, you go into go on your ports. See on your board, you'll see R6 and you see T6. Those ports are actually your receiving port and transmitter ports. So that's generally why I use 6. So you'll see they have R1, they have R2, and they also sometimes you will get drone boards with R7 controllers, and next to it, directly next to it, you'll get T1 to T6. So you have R1 and R6 in one row, and going all the way down to R7 to T7 in one row. So the reason being is because those are different ports. You can actually connect things to it, so you can connect more than one receiver if you like. So that's more than one controllers, as simple as that. So generally that's generally it. And you can leave all these things on auto. For this latest version, they get the receivers kind of just auto. So instead of selecting like where is it, the smart port for some other types of receivers, if you're not using a I'll show you my receiver right here. If you're not using a UART CRSF receiver, you could be using the S bus. But the main thing about this video is when you connect your drone, it's connected properly, you will see what's available. You see gyro, accelerometer, baro, those stuff are built into my drone, and you'll see it illuminated here in yellow or orange. And you have to also understand that you need to install the drivers to your drone, install your firmware to your drone, and generally that's it. The next video I'll show you how to actually put the drones together, and then we're going to go to Betaflight to configure and correlate why this was done. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.